From the digital world to your world, it's the Kevin Gill Show.
Killer Kross.
And really the only reason I was doing it was because I wanted to see if all the stuff that I was doing actually really worked.
Right.
You know, like every once in a while you pop off in a fight at school or a house party or something when you're a teenager and you get to see what you can do and stuff goes down pretty quick. But you come to realize, like, hitting somebody's really easy. Hitting somebody who also knows how to fight is not very easy. So
and then hitting someone who's like highly trained at fighting.
Exactly. And so I was like, I really would like to get out of these sparring scenarios and whatnot. I have an opportunity to make a little bit of money. It wasn't much. It was less than an indie show.
Wow.
Like it was sometimes, oh, it's in the mail. It's like, you don't even have my address, man.
Right.
It's definitely 100% not in the mail. But it was insane, you know? So, but I dabbled in that a little bit and it was interesting.
For you, just exploring what's out there as far as places you could do stuff.
Yeah, and more interestingly enough, as I've gotten older now and I've become a man, I look back at that, and whereas I thought I was exploring combat arts, I was really more or less exploring myself, because retrospectively and I guess introspectively, I was really trying to figure out who I was. Because I grew up with a lot of anger and I grew up with a lot of questions that I really wasn't able to face the answers to, like within myself and my family and whatnot. And I just recently started talking about this. But like I was a kid who I was not even aware that I was living in these layers of avoidance, which a lot of people do. And I think that I was going down the wrong path for therapeutic reasons with combat sports, and I had no idea. I thought it was about one thing, but really it was about another. And when I got over that, I just was not as hell-bent at pursuing that later on in my life.
Interesting. And do you mind talking more about the concept of layers of avoidance? Not necessarily your layers of avoidance, but please explore that concept for the listener if you don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like what I had. You know, what I had said, it was just like not growing up, like, I guess, how things looked on TV. I was in like a suspended state of perpetual shock unknowingly for so many years of my life. And I've had this conversation with close friends of mine too. They were too. There was something that happened, at least I feel, in my generation. I can't speak on behalf of the generations before or after, but there was something that happened to my generation where we were on the tail end of being told that when you grow up and you have a family, the man is going to be able to provide for the family. We were all going to be able to live in like a single income household. The mother stays home and raises the kids. And, you know, with having no comprehension of the economy of the United States or, you know, the state that you live in or whatnot, things changed and you couldn't live like that anymore.
Right.
So you were being told that there was this way to do things. And as you got older and things changed, and they changed quick, that was no longer available. And going to post-secondary education, colleges and universities and whatnot, and putting the time in to get degrees, suddenly you land into like this, you know, recession. And now like the jobs aren't available. They're being outsourced. So like everyone I knew that was close to me, and maybe I only just hung out with pissed off people, but it kind of felt like everybody I knew was really pissed off, and so was I. And, you know, you don't always want to be pissed off, but you don't always know what the answers are, and sometimes you don't want to look at the answers, so you avoid them. And so, like, I had all these layers to peel back, and I think in general, all people have those.
Sure.
I think that the ugly truth is the truth that we're always trying to avoid. And sometimes we avoid it for so long, we don't even know how to get back to it. And that's kind of what I've been working on in my life for the last 5 or 6 years, is really getting to the core root of that. And I can't even believe I'm fucking saying this right now. But I mean, I'm only talking about it because I'm comfortable to, because I feel like I'm very much through it. But this has been an internal battle that I've been dealing with as a person.
Wow.
For a long time. And I'm just comfortable talking about it now because I feel like I've turned a huge corner in my life.
That's an amazing accomplishment, man. It's always dope. I love the idea of just opening people's minds up to different ideas. You know, people are listening to this while they're working or driving or doing their thing. But it's ideas like that just the seed being planted, the idea being shared can really change a lot of people's outlooks.
Absolutely. And, you know, I know that there's going to be people who are going to be listening to this right now. They're going to be like, I didn't necessarily know I felt like that just until he said that, and that's what it's been. And then there'll be some people who are hearing this and they're going, I'm going through that, or people hearing this going, I went through that, and I totally understand what he's saying.
What up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the Kevin Gill Show, your PMA Power Hour. The Kevin Gill Show is a place where we talk to people who are positive, people who are mental, and people who have attitude. You'll get to know some of your favorite people from the worlds of music, video games, and pro wrestling a little bit better. And you'll also get introduced to some new people you should know. The Kevin Gill Show is brought to you in part by DignifiedBastard.com.